It's 5 minutes long. We can work out something after this one. How does this sound effect... how this sound effect came to stand for Japan? Bro? Yes? What's up? Yes. That's my name, yeah? I just watched this last night. Well, it got recommended to me as well, so we're here. Just came from lunch, what did we miss? I watched a video on the Jojo Dewang translation.
This is the most famous Japanese sound of all time. Most commonly referred to online as the Japanese yo sound or the anime kabuki sound. It's been used on countless anime, video games, and Western films like... You get the idea, but
bit more subtle on that one.
And is this sound actually Japanese? So the inspiration behind the sound came from traditional Japanese theater, known as the kabuki, that dates back to the 1600s. So essentially, during these performances, you hear what's known as the kakegoe, or like shouts that performers and audiences would do to a rhythm, supported by like Japanese handheld drums to help keep time, but also to keep the atmosphere more hyped, like... As you can hear, it's not just the yo sound.
Wait, I was just thinking about something. Is kabukicho associated with kabuki? I would assume the name came somehow in connection to kabuki performances that would have happened there at some point. I don't know why the town was named the way it is. That's just like my go-to assumption, because that is where like their red light district is. That is where their night district is. So like it would make sense that you would have like other sorts of performances there as well.
Bunch of others. But the yo sound has become the most popular one globally, partially due to how easy it is to pronounce even for foreigners. But what does the yo really mean? One popular explanation is that it comes from the Japanese word
those venues used to be there,
meaning to celebrate. But to make it easier to say as a chant, it's shortened to just more or less the vowel yo. So the yo sound is most prominently used in kabuki, but it's actually a really common chant used in Japanese rituals in general too, like during what's known as tejime, or a type of Japanese ceremonial custom where at the end of an important gathering, like a business meeting, people all clap their hands together, then say yo to commemorate the moment and wish for future prosperity. And honestly, it's also used in a bunch of other contexts in Japan, like during Japanese martial arts or sports matches where they call out yo as a way to focus energy and coordinate their strike timing. Now, when did this sound start getting used everywhere in anime, video games, and Western TV shows? So a pivotal point came in 1988 when the Japanese music equipment company, Roland, released a new sample sound library called...
Like, I'd assume, like, obviously I knew there was like some sort of like, you know, chant you do when you're doing karate. I hadn't even considered like a connection there.
The RSB 507, along with the new synthesizers at the time. And in disc 3, under the title Japanese Percussion No. 1, we hear this iconic recording of the sound.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's just the sound. Okay, right.
And starting in the 90s, with video games relying heavily on Roland synthesizer sounds, we start hearing this kabuki scream sound everywhere, especially in fighting games.
Wait, it was in Pokemon State. Hold up, this is so many places I didn't even realize it was in.
And into the 2000s and beyond, in anime.
That makes sense. I've not seen this part of One Piece yet.
And even on Western TV shows here and there.
What the fuck is this? Sorry. What the fuck is this? I am not a... Donkey Kong Country TV show. Oh, these are some cursed 3D. What the fuck? Sorry. 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 What? Okay, we're not going to address that. Just look up Donkey Kong Country TV show. Scroll down a little bit. You'll find a funny image. Those models are fucking
Now, not history,
cursed.
but musically, what makes this kabuki stream sound Japanese? So a huge part is the use of what's known as glissando, a technique in music where the performer would glide from one note to another, a low note to a high note in this case, and do so seamlessly without clearly articulating each note in between. For example, if a musician were to go from one low note to a high note and articulate each note in between, it sound more like. But if they were to apply glissando and glide from the same low note and end up on the same high note, it sound more like. And that's exactly what they do with this kabuki scream. And glissando makes the kabuki scream sound feel Japanese, since in traditional Japanese music, the glissando is commonly done on instruments like the Japanese koto. In addition, the heavier, chestier sound of the scream sound also makes it feel more traditional. For example, it's not just in Japan. In many classical singing traditions, whether it's like opera, Mongolian throat singing, or even Gregorian chants from the Middle Ages, the sound tends to be darker and more resonant, like. Whereas in modern pop music, the singing tends to be lighter, airier, and just more head versus chest, like. Just sounds way more pop.
I've never listened to a single Billie
Another
Eilish
reason the
song in my
kabuki
entire
string
life.
sound sounds traditional in Asian is how, as it glides up, it flips into high falsetto versus just staying in that chesty range, which is a common trick done in a lot of traditional Asian music, combining these syllable screams with a strong falsetto singing voice occasionally. It's so cool how such a simple short sound, the yo, makes us immediately think of Japan without needing to say anything else. Check out all the videos on my channel to learn more about these subtle yet effective sounds used in pop culture to elicit a particular place or feeling.
Okay.
And let me know how you guys like the video too. Been really enjoying
That glissando thing is hella mad difficult to achieve and a tempered wind instrument, by the way. It looked like it, yeah.
making these videos
Like, it seemed, with like a string instrument, it seems like it's considerably easier.
about musical themes and continuously looking for ways to deliver the information better. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.
That was cool. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. That was a neat video. I saw that show in my recommendation. Seemed like a neat one to check out. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun.